All right, guys, we're just gonna dive right in. I've got a bucket with compost and sand, and it's been here since last fall, just sitting next to our raised beds. We're gonna see if these chestnuts and some acorns are starting to germinate. If they are, we're gonna swap them into some Jiffy peat pots and stick them in our raised bed for a little while and plant them later this spring, as long as everything goes good. So a lot of people put these in their refrigerator in like peat moss in a container or a Ziploc bag. I literally just stuck them outside and left them all winter, and we'll see what we got. So I'm just gonna dump some out. And I don't know if you can see this, but there is, looks like a lot of them are starting to sprout, which is good. So I'm just gonna take some raised garden bed soil, put it in these peat cups, and if you can see the root, I'm just gonna push it down a little and leave it set. And once I'm done, I'm just gonna set these in the beds for a while. Once they start growing, then we'll move them where we want them around. And it looks like there's a lot of them that are starting to root. So try and push it just a little, just to keep it flush with the dirt. I want it where the root's in the middle of the cup, because that's where the tree is also going to come up, and just try and center it the best you can, if you want to do it this way. There are several other ways a lot of people like, but this is how we're going to do it. And we pick these seeds up off our trees. They're a little ways in the background. I'll show you in a different video the trees that we already have, but just a very easy way to leave them outdoors and let nature do its thing, and it does all the work. And that way I didn't have to keep checking on them in the refrigerator and see if they were good, molding. It's just a lot easier. We're all busy enough nowadays anyways. And this one's an acorn. Let me show you. These are red oaks, if you can see. It's just starting. So we'll put it down. And I'll put them over here. I'll keep them separate from my chestnuts. And I'll be doing a lot of videos starting up. My name's Chris. Me and my wife run, it's called the Provision Patch. She does a farm stand. We do produce, gardening. She does her own tallow products. And figure we get on here and try this. Hopefully get to the point. If you guys have any questions, ask away. If I can help you, I will. Or maybe you can help me if I have some issues. We'll just have fun with it and see where it goes. But chestnuts are good. They're good to eat. You can eat them. You can boil them, roast them. Obviously, that's what most people do. Bake them. You can eat them raw. I've ate them raw when I'm out mowing and picked a few up. Kind of have the texture of a potato, but they're a big nut. There's quite a bit of meat in them, and they're fun to grow. And not just for people, the wildlife love them. Squirrels, deer, turkeys, everything will eat a chestnut. Now these are not American chestnuts. These are Dunstans. They're working on the American chestnut, trying to get it back. So I hope that they do it. That would be pretty cool. Got dirt on my mouth. But we're here in Ohio. It's early March. Finally getting a little bit of decent weather. I think we've all been waiting on that. But get these going if you can. There's pretty good roots on some of these, which is what we were wanting. And like I said, there's several ways you can do it, but to leave them outside and let them take care of themselves, at least up to this point, it's kind of my preferred way. Guess I should keep talking so there's not a big dead space. I don't really see too many chestnut trees around here. I know a lot of people like them or like to mess with them. I don't think that one's any good, but as long as I've got plenty, if you want, let me know. Shoot me a message. And I can probably try and figure out a way out to get you some, if you're interested. We're gonna do the normal stuff this year also in the garden. We'll do your tomatoes and peppers, onions, all the fun stuff. My wife makes homemade pizza sauce and spaghetti sauce with it. So I definitely got to make sure we grow plenty of them. And we have a lot of people stop by and buy them. And they also get some jelly. We do jelly from our grapevines. But for today, I guess I should stay on topic and work on these chestnuts and a few acorns, which I like oaks. Just takes them a while to get going sometimes, but once they root, they will grow pretty quick. They're not as slow as a lot of people think. But once these chestnuts have been out all winter, they're cold. They go through stratification and they're off and running. They start up pretty early. I'll keep you up to date on them as they're growing. As long as we don't have problems and they keep growing, which I think they will. But I'm just gonna go through this bucket and we'll fill all these cups with, these are peat cups. They do have holes in the bottom so the roots will go right through in these raised beds. I can pop them up very easy without damaging them, move them wherever I want to plant them in my yard or down by the woods if I want to give some to the animals, whatever I need. And this just makes it easier. And I keep them up off the ground. It's a lot harder for animals to get in here, dig them up, eat them. Like I said, everything loves chestnuts. So, first video, let me know how we're doing. We're gonna keep going and I hope to see you back. And we're gonna have a fun summer doing all kinds of stuff.